Hi and welcome to another episode of Total Makeover Season 2. In today's video we're gonna make a chamber for the Sculpfun S9 laser. So if you're interested in building something like this, if you also have this laser cutter, be sure to watch that video. So let's start by marking our length of the profiles, and I'm gonna mark and cut these profiles in a loop, so I am not gonna say it like a broken record, and I'm gonna say it once. So here I am cutting it after I measure it, and as I said, it will be a loop. Dobra. Ale idę po słuchawki, bo Remember kids, to always wear hearing protection. Or not. And here is the ready 4 profiles. And here I am going to cut the screws for the regulations of the table. So now we are gonna make the foots of the legs, so the part of which the screws will go in. So here I am pointing all the holes in those little iron plates. Now let's start drilling them holes. Now let's go with a bigger drill. Okay, no more rolling the boulder, and that gets into the action. Using even bigger drill. Okay, now I'm gonna show you something. As you see, the nut doesn't go on the screw, but now it goes on. And what we really did is just we graded the screw, and here's how this process looks. And that's all you gotta do, so the nut will go on the screw. And here let's grade the holes that we made in the little iron plates before. Oh, here we can see how the little iron plate goes on the leg. Now it's time for the welding time. So let's weld the nut on the screw to the little iron plate that we drilled the hole before. Now welding this crab to the main leg. And now, so that our table will not only have legs but also feet, we are gonna weld the feet of the table. I promised that I would show you how the regulations of the table work, and here it is. Now let's play with some Lego bricks, and I meant the profiles, and start building the main table. Here is the first look of the table with just the strains on it. Here you can see that we made a little reinforcement to our table and we added a bunch of new profiles so that the stability of the table will be bigger. And as you see, we also screwed in the foots of the table. And now we're gonna add a bunch of reinforcements to our chamber. And here is how the table looks with all the reinforcements on and full welds on. Now let's grind all the welds. And put the first walls on. In the previous clip you could see my dad planning something with the filters, and this is the filters of the outcome of the laser, so that the air that would come out of the laser would be clean, or the laser that would go in would be also clean. So now we're gonna weld a frame for these filters. And here we are planning it. And welding it. Now what we gotta do is we gotta do a part of the outcome of the chamber, and also the part that the ventilation will be hang on. And we also mount the frameworks that we did for the filters. And here is how the chamber looks before the fan mounted on. Here with the filters in. Okay, but let's get back to work. Now let's start building the walls of our chamber. Here is the laser without the ceiling on and without the paint on. So without further more, let's start painting. So that was our first coat, and now let's grind all the welds and do the second coat. adding a few fixes. I present to you a ready laser on the Sculpfun S9 chamber. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you liked that video, be sure to leave a like below, and if you didn't like something, leave a comment below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, with a notification bell, so all the notifications will come to you and you wouldn't miss out on any new videos. See ya next time.